It's Coach Maggie, certified health and lifestyle coach. And Thursday is Thanksgiving, and it's probably that day that most of us will have to admit that we eat way more than we usually do. And it almost at times seems like we have a license to overeat that one day of the year. There's more options, there's tons of food, we're with people, and whether you're eating out, you're going to someone's home, a restaurant, or you're eating at home, it is just an opportunity to literally almost make yourself sick. And no one wants to do that. And unfortunately, there's a lot of regret after the meal. So I want to give 4 simple tips to help you prevent doing that so that this year you are not falling into that trap of overeating on Thanksgiving. Number 1 is don't skip breakfast. Now, you know, I talk about intermittent fasting and the benefits to basically revving up your metabolism and allowing yourself to have a more regular blood sugar, and it's good for you. It's a wonderful tip for hormones, for just really more energy. However, this is not the time to do that because let's face it, when you do intermittent fasting and you maybe skip breakfast, you're having something light and then you ease into the day. Thanksgiving meal is never an easy, quick, fast, light meal. It's going to be heavy. Instead, just have a smaller breakfast, for example. Definitely do not go into Thanksgiving meal hungry. That's what often people do. They think, I'm just going to skip, and then they get to wherever they're going, and then their eyes are bigger than their stomach, and they just gorge into everything. So instead, maybe, for example, have a light salad leading up to leaving and going to the meal. Or maybe just something light, drink plenty of water. But definitely do not go hungry because then you're going to pour on everything and you're definitely going to eat too much. The second tip is sort of take a scan of what's there. So, for example, whether you're going out to a restaurant or maybe it's a buffet type situation, get up, walk around, see what's there. If it's at home, you'll know. If it's at someone else's home, just sort of check out all of your options. Too often, I see people do this. I know particularly at church potlucks. They'll start at the beginning of the line and they just heap on full portions. And then further down, they're like, oh, I didn't know there was going to be XYZ. And then they pour on more. So, in other words, take a look, sort of walk around, see what's there, and then decide. Start with the things that you really want the most. Okay? And then the next thing, take small portions. This is another thing. I hate to see food wasted. And again, you'll see where people just plop on full-size portions, not realizing, or I guess they do realize it, but the fact is there might be maybe 8 options to choose from. Whereas normally at home, you may have 3 or 4. So it's fine to take a full spoon. But instead, just take a small amount. There's plenty of food. You're not going to go hungry. So take a small amount. And then the last thing is just eat slowly. We eat entirely too fast. And I'll be honest, that's one of my worst traits when it comes to food and eating. We're so used to being in a hurry or watching TV, and we don't do that, but you just find yourself eating fast. So the last tip is slow down. Put your fork down. Take lots and lots of bites, chew thoroughly, and then talk to people. But I've been places where literally the person's eyes never come off the plate. And I've been that person too. So again, we want to slow down. Take your time. Allow the food to start to digest. Okay? And the nice thing, and this applies probably at most places to eat, if you don't finish it, guess what? Get a little to-go box and take it home. But don't, eat so fast because again, it often leads to that indigestion and you're going to be suffering later. So let me go through those again. Do not skip. Eat something light. So if you're planning on a noon meal or even a 3 o'clock meal, a couple hours before, drink plenty of fluids, have something light. Okay? And again, it could be a salad, it could be some fruit, whatever, but just eat something, excuse me, light so that you're not just starving when you get there. The next thing is check out your options. So again, don't just think, okay, this is what's at this end of the table and take tons. See what's there. And in your mind, decide, okay, I can have mashed potatoes anytime. So maybe I'll skip the mashed potatoes. But this sweet potato casserole looks amazing. You don't have to take one of everything. And then the next thing is take small portions. You can always go back. If there is a big serving spoon, doesn't mean you gotta fill it. Just take a small amount. And then the last thing is chew your food. Chew and then chew some more. It should literally be liquefied when you swallow. Take time to converse with the people that you're sitting with. Ask questions, visit, but don't just simply inhale the food. And if there's a little bit left on your plate, take it to go. Okay? So hopefully those are tips that will help you avoid the horror of overeating, which so often we fall into. Be thinking. The mind is very powerful. So let's use some common sense and let's go and enjoy our time. Yes, the food is a big attraction on Thanksgiving, but more importantly, it's a time to give thanks to God. It's a time to be with friends and family. And even if it's just you by yourself, just eat slowly, be mindful of the things that you're thankful for. So, do you find yourself challenged with any of these? Let me know. Let's talk about it. Again, I know for me, I eat fast, but when I'm with the group, usually I eat slow because I also like to talk. So what are some of those things that are challenging for you? I'd love to hear. And so I look forward to hearing how your Thanksgiving went. Be blessed. And again, we have so much to be thankful for. Take care and God bless.